Thank you. We're going to jump into the first attack right away. I think it should be on our way. Really, yep, that's where we go. And Carbon, we have our first attack going with the magical 0% hit rate strategy, which is the Queen Charge Super Dragons with a recall spell. Can they make this work? Can Yada make it work?
Well, Yada has really liked to use Super Bowlers before, but he's not bringing that. Bringing the Super Dragons with the recall, but it just has not worked before. Let's see if he can turn it around and get a 3-star. It's not been the Super Barbarians, which we're being seen by many of the teams here in this stage. And there's the recall for this Queen, and sending her on the opposite side so that the Super Dragons go right through this Town Hall.
Yes, right through the Town Hall. You have to be careful, though, with the Invisibility Tower to make sure that it's not going off too early. And, I mean, take a look at the core. Rage Tower surrounded by multi-inferno towers, and we have seen how much damage the multi-inferno tower can deal, even to a tanky troop like a Super Dragon.
With the Super Dragon locking on the Town Hall, taking that down with the nice freeze to prevent the invisibility spell going off, and it makes the Town Hall invisible, but it still goes down. Pops the Warden ability, and now these Super Dragons are going to push their way through, trying to take out these multis, but the Queen, her ability's forced with some Rocket Loons coming out.
Oh, Rocket Loons really messed things up with losing the Queen ability. The King at the top side with the Frosty trying to funnel, and take a look at that. All of the Super Dragons just disappeared in the core. The Rage Tower dealt so much damage, but maybe the Siege Machine, maybe the Slammer, the Super Dragon, which came out of that, can somehow deal with that scatter, and that is huge.
Yeah, with this Queen still making her way up top. We'll have to fix the scoreboard on the side. That's not accurate. That is from a previous match, so don't mind that. As the Queen continues her way up and around, with the Royal Champion coming in towards this Monolith, but the Monolith locking on this Queen, taking her down, and not able to get that. And again, the Super Dragons not able to push their way through this space. Unfortunate. It's just the Super Dragons, it's just not the right attack to be using, it looks like here.
Yeah, I don't know. I just hope that we don't see it again. It's like, I don't even know why so many people use it, because apparently it has to work in the tests. But wait a second, is that... Wait, Carbon!
We jinxed it!
But that was good. That was good that we jinxed it in a positive way. So the 0% hit rate is finally on board. Yada is getting it done. This has to be worth 4 stars, by the way. 3 starting with a strategy which has no success rate whatsoever is double impressive.
Like, where did it? The RSC comes out of nowhere and gets it done. Like, you know, a 3-star is a 3-star, and we're helping them 3. You know, it's our jinxing that makes it work. You know, it wasn't the power of the troops. It was the jinxing power of the casters, right? That's the only explanation there that I can think of.
I mean, it has to be for sure. So let's try to jinx this match evenly so both of those teams have a chance of showing their true skill. But this means CHASMAC EA starting off with 3 stars. We have said this match should be really close. This match should be, I think, pretty high on the star count in general, since both of those teams are really incredibly good on offense and really flexible with what they're using. And we have the next attack going on with United Gaming GS. Going with the Queen Charge Lalo versus this base.
Yeah, Stadra bringing in a Queen Charge with an early raged balloon so the Queen can get through this King and raged up through a Monolith, which is locked onto her as well. So she can walk around this wall, grab the Monolith, and we don't have a recall. So wherever the Queen goes is where she is deciding to go. You can't pull her back.
Yes, that's right. You can't pull her back indeed, with the Queen trying to play like, I don't know, Monolith is lava or something, trying to avoid it for as long as possible. There's now some Black Mines hitting those here. What is the Queen? Next play. Oh, are you kidding?
Oh my
goodness. This has been baited incredibly. I mean, at this point, another healer is going down. There's our Rage Tower versus the Queen. That is really rough. There's 2 healers at this point left alive.
Yeah, no healers to basically make a push through here. There's a poison spell, but this queen is off on her own, and that king getting through the scatter shot here. Oh, not able to, as the queen is trying to get through this poison abilities force, and she goes down. Oh, rip. Now there's no way we can jinx this into a 3-star at this point.
Challenge accepted. No, but like two more, like both of those sides were baited so much with the black man. So I'm wondering what exactly that was for. If they really predicted the town hall charge, because just from looking at the base, I would not charge the town hall where a monolith and a single Inferno tower is behind. I'm not sure, but we have the red mines popping up. Maybe they predicted a super minion blimp. Who knows? But either way, we have the town hall not activated just yet. Now it's activated finally, but the warden ability is not active anymore.
No more warden ability as the RC, she goes down, and the Eagle artillery with all the multis still up in the core. But unfortunate, I'm thinking he wanted definitely to charge the queen to grab that monolith there, but I don't know where after that he wanted her to go, as a battle drill does open up to the bottom side, trying to get as much percentage here. Unfortunately, Stadra is not going to be able to deliver like CHASMAC was able to in their very first attack. So they do have the star elite and a lot of percentage.
Yeah, so an attack or a defense more like this do feel like a 2-star lead, to be honest, because remember, if both of those teams are tying up on stars, the percentage is what counts next. And having such a big defense does typically mean that you're going to win on a draw when it comes down to stars. So, well, the question is, what is CHASMAC Gaming EA doing next? If they're 3-star again, United Gaming, they have a rough time ahead of them.
Yeah, that is going to be very difficult, but we've seen crazier comebacks indeed in competitions like this. But a 3-star from CHASMAC Gaming EA with a Super Dragon attack, we weren't expecting. Are we going to see more Super Dragons like that, or will we be seeing some of the Super Barbarian meta coming back? You know, that's the thing. In these competitions, I talked about it, where these are where we learn about different attack strategies. A lot of times they save it for these types of competitions because the golden ticket is on the line. They don't want to reveal it too early. So they want to keep the secrets going in and then come full force. Yeah, teams will be looking at how the other teams did today, and they're still watching them right now going on while we are casting this. So they can adapt and change going into tomorrow, but you can't really do much about the bases, right? It takes a 24-hour cooldown. So whatever bases you've got now is maybe you can make a few changes, but you can't really do all that amount of changes in this short amount of time.
Yeah, I feel like it would be mainly changes to traps, I guess. Not really changes to the layouts overall. But either way, we have the next attack in, and it's going to be a smash attack with the Electro Titans, with the recall spell. I love those type of smash attacks. It's just so fun to do, as well as I'm playing that with the Super Bolus. You have said that you are playing it with the Super Bolus as well, with like some super minion blimps. So it's super versatile, a lot of fun to execute and to like do creative stuff with those. So let's see what he's recalling his queen to.
Yeah, because I'm currently using the Super Bowlers with the recall and super minions inside of my either blimp, flame flanger, log launcher. In Legends, you could use every single siege machine for different use cases, which is a lot of fun, not gonna lie here. But the Electro Titans are now down. They're gonna make their way into this multi and then try to path their way towards this Eagle artillery, as he can then use, he's got one regular wall breaker, you know, to help to see where the wall breakers are gonna go. Super wall breakers to break through, as he's gonna continue this push all the way to that town hall.
Ooh, I hope the Titans are not having to go through the wall to actually go for the Lava Hound, but no, perfect. They're actually following the path through the core. The Queen, though, wait, yeah, the jump did connect. The Queen, though, is not going for the core. Warden ability to catch every single troop and make it invincible. With the Titans now running towards the town hall, but Carbon, there's just so much damage.
There is a lot of damage as the poison gets launched at the Electro Titans. invis so they can work onto the town hall. Wait, the flame flinger got stuck in a tornado trap. It was spinning around, opens up with a Yeti and a witch down there as the queen continues her way up and around.
Yeah, the queen not going in caused him quite a bit of problems. Royal Champion at the top side trying to engage versus that defending king. Headhunters are in. Everything is in there with the Yetis at the bottom side trying their best. The Ice Golem is taking nicely, running now in front of that queen. Maybe tanking for the heroes. That would be clutch. And the Diggy stun is incredible. And with that, maybe it's going to be enough. But the Multi-Inferno Tower is staying alive in 30 seconds, Corbin.
30 seconds, the Yeti Witch on the outside is really helping with cleanup as the Raw Champion needs to continue her way to the multi-target Inferno. Taking the Inferno beams, he's smiling. It's looking good with that queen. The Diggy's gonna stun, and we've got a 3-star yet again for CHASMAC EA. He is celebrating, and there you go. What an attack here, coming in with the queen charge recall into some Electro Titans.
But what did the baby dragon do to him? That poor little baby dragon getting thrown around. No, really, really great attack. Really nicely done. And I love the fact that we're seeing those recall smashes more and more often. The only thing which surprises me is if you take a look at the use rates of strategies in high legends and like top 200 globally, you see on the number 1 spot Electro Dragons. And then on the number 2 spot, Super Bonus. Which strategies have we not seen today at all in this competition? E-Dragons and Super Bonus. It's just so confusing to me that the strategies in Legends and those tournaments are not fitting at all, even though the bases are pretty much the same.
I think we saw one E-Dragon attack that came in, I think, from United Gaming. I remember it was an E-Dragon with the Super Minion clone blimp. That was the one time. But, I mean, still, you would expect to see it maybe a little bit more if it's being used that often in Legends and pushing up in Legends. As we're seeing now Morio, who is coming in with the Zap Lalo with a queen charge to the bottom side. And the nice thing is with this lightning spell is he activated and destroyed the defensive rage right off the bat, so he doesn't have to worry about it later.
Yes, nice usage of that battle roll to get the Clan Castle Lure, get that scatter shot out of the way, and then he can charge towards that eagle. What is the next step? He has no jump, he has no wall breaks, so the queen is just supposed to walk around the base and, I don't know, do a little bit of sightseeing while we have something else then taking down the town hall, because there is no blimp at this stage to take down the town hall, so he's relying on his Lalo to get it.
Is it me, or is that Eagle Artillery like glitched, raged up for the longest time? It keeps raging up. Do you see that rage there, like hovering on the Eagle?
It's
that's
a feature.
That's kind of funny. It should not be raging up there, but it seems to be for some reason. But that queen is continuing her way through. Gonna remove that Eagle Artillery, the multi-target Inferno, as she's gonna continue her way all the way to that left side. As then we will have a Lalo to then move its way through the town hall.
And especially with the spell investment with the lightnings in the beginning, this means typically the attacks are not as quick. So having 1 minute and around about 25 seconds left and still 70% to go does mean that he needs to be quick on time. He has the Lalo now going towards the town hall. But remember, he's relying on those dudes getting the town hall because there is no second chances except maybe the Royal Champ, but the tornado trap I think was already triggered, or is it still there?
Oh no, there was he just dodged it, or he went around it, but unfortunately the King of the Queen does go down, but that town hall is still up, so he sends the Royal Champion to try to save the 2-star. Oh no, but unfortunately was not able to take the town hall down with the Lalo.
That was unfortunate. I feel like with yet another below, or maybe he's getting above the 80% mark with the king being alive, but yet another 2-star. It is not looking good for United Gaming GS. And I mean, guys, you need to change something, but the chat is keep predicting. I mean, it's a jinx already if you get predicted by the chat.
It looks like it. What is going on? You guys are not picking the right team. You know, I was thinking that it was going to be a different story here, but with 2-2-stars and 2 triples from CHASMAC, it's looking like a one-sided match, but there's plenty of attack still to come, and you never know what might happen, as it is a good percentage, right? So yeah, yes, it's a 2-star, but it's in the 90s. Keeps any hopes alive because it's a high enough percentage. So now they got to hope for all fails from the rest of CHASMAC.
Yeah, and I feel like just based on what we have seen from them so far, I'm not sure if that's likely to happen. I mean, so far, the attacks of CHASMAC Gaming EA, they were close, but all of them so far have 3-star, and they're up next with their next attack, and we have to see what they're going to bring to the mix. So far, different strategies, different approaches versus the bases, and we have no clue what is going to happen next strategy-wise, attack-wise, whoever is going to attack.
Well, the next strategy is some Hog Riders. 14 Hogs with an Ice Hound right to the bottom side here. Balloons following behind, and then we're going to see a blimp potentially after. Or no, he's just going to look to remove. Yes, okay. So the blimp goes through as the Ice Hound pops. So they can then come up with 6 invis for the blimp.
Blizzard.
Yeah.
I think it's actually a Blizzard, just because there can't be really any traps taking down the Super Wizards. And he can reach the Monolith, he can reach the Eagle, he can reach everything from this compartment. This is looking incredible. I feel like that's really what I think is so cool, because Blizzard right now is still incredibly strong. It's risky, but I feel like a lot of people have forgotten about it. And I feel like, especially in matches like these, where you are guaranteed that there can't be any traps, this is really strong. Taking down so much of the base already, and now he has a huge hero dive to go all the way to the Town Hall.
Well done so far, with 2 regular golems to utilize with his heroes. There's the first one, taking this down, continuing this push, and he's just going to path his way all the way around. No wall breakers here for this hero push.
Yeah, he's freezing now because the Queen was targeted by the Expo. He wants to keep that Queen alive for as long as possible. He has the Unicorn on her. Queen going in, following the Titan, following the Golem. And he still has to make sure that the push into the core is guaranteed with all of those walls being open. Remember, he doesn't need to invest a wall break whatsoever. And he even has another Golem. What is this Golem for, Carbon?
Wow. That walls being open is allowing this Queen to then walk around towards this Town Hall, getting the value with the Warden ability going off. Look at the value that he's getting. Now Hogs are going to come over to the right side as that Golem is tanking the Wizard Tower, moving through there.
Oh, Queen has to get the Town Hall. She's in that poison, so attacking slower, but the Town Hall is going down. Ice Golem invested more Hogs to reinforce from the outside, and I think this has to be one of the coolest plans we had so far today. The Roy Champion... Wait, where is she? Yeah, she's at the bottom side, about to take down the Multi Inferno Tower. And this base just got wrecked. I mean, this plan was just different. That was incredible right there.
What a brilliant attack. He's got the freeze there, a skeleton on the king, a couple invis as well, with over 30 seconds in this hit. What a brilliant attack. The Blizzard into... It's not a Blizzard Lalo, it's a Blizzard Hero Smash back at Hogs, you know? It's a totally different style tech, something we have not seen, and it's a brilliant 3-star taking down the base, the perfect attack for that base.
I feel like at this stage, how do you balance those players? I mean, everyone who has played Town Hall 15 so far knows Town Hall 15 is not easy, even though an attack like this makes it look like it's completely unbalanced, super easy, everyone could 3-star. That attack was from a different world, really impressive. Blizzard into hero dive Golem with back-end Golem Riders. That was really, really cool. And now, well, we have said it already, United Gaming, they needed CHASMAC to fail. And that did not really work at all.
Yep, it did not happen. CHASMAC just kept bringing 3-stars after 3-stars, and that last one was a brilliant one. A really nice use of every single troop, breaking the base down, and hey, that's where it comes down to the walls being open, which makes it so you don't need wall breakers. If you can path your heroes properly, you can just slowly move them throughout it. So now United Gaming GS need to 3-star out to have any hope because there's 3 triples and they only have 3 attacks left, which means that's the only way they could tie if CHASMAC do fail their next 2 attacks.
That's right. Let's hope that we can see the attack in just a second. But I feel like if you just count how many times the troops just have passed a gap in the wall, and if you replace that with having to wall break every single time, I think it was like 4 or 5 open walls. So let's imagine that you have to bring 4 or even 5 super wall breakers. That is up to 40 housing space. This is one of the 2 golems just gone. You cannot even bring that entire troop. So having those open walls is really, really costing right now the base builders, I feel like, with how all of those bases are set up and how good the players are becoming with pushing their troops in. And we have the next attack alive with the log launcher already taking a lot of damage. So I don't know if he can get far enough into this space.
He's looking to take out the Eagle Artillery, this multi, but he doesn't open the walls, so he can't get through it. They're just going to go for the wall at this point. And he already invested his Royal Champion in towards that top side. So the Queen ability is forced, Royal Champion's been used, King has been used, and Buddies did not secure the Eagle and or the multi there.
Oh no, the opening again. We're not working as intended for United Gaming. Like, everything is going, I don't know, like complete opposite to what they're hoping for. So really, really not their day. And at this stage, I mean, if this is not 3-starring, the win for CHASMAC is pretty much guaranteed. And the thing now is with, well, having to play the elimination match today. No chance.
It's only going to be not. Oh, it's going to be a 1.
Yeah. I mean, at this stage, what I'm trying to say is that they have to reset mentally. I mean, they just have to forget this match that as it would have never happened, because they have to play the elimination match later today. And I think if I have the bracket correctly in my head, I think it might be... Is it going to be versus Medisem? I think so, right? It should be.
Yes, it will
So it's not going to get any easier than this at this stage.
It's not. Yeah, it's not going to be any easier for sure. And if you're wondering what that team will be, it's the new team name of MSE Sports. So if you recognize that one, Melisim is who is going to be potentially take it on unless something crazy happens. Could be United Gaming and GS, because unfortunately the 2 stars and a 1-star and then all triples, CHASMAC EA is just really, really bringing in this match on the offensive side and the defensive side.
Yeah, they're really looking strong. And if I would be Inquisition right now, I would get concerned maybe a little bit, because as it looks like we are going to have later today the match Inquisition versus CHASMAC EA, and that's going to be a crazy one, especially though with how Inquisition played in their first match. I mean, that should be a really, really close one. And overall, the matches today have been incredible with back and forth, and this might be so far the by far most one-sided match we just had today in this first round.
Yeah, you never know what you're going to have in these matches, right? In terms of players going all out for it, trying to take the risks, and they know what's on the table. They're trying to go for that golden ticket, because if you play it safe for too many of your attacks, you may get a few 3-stars here and there, but you won't get enough high percentage, right? You need to get those 13-star performances, maybe even 14-star that we saw from Strut coming in earlier. But there's also been a lot of wars. There's just been a lot of the defensive side, like 11 to 11. And you just never know. These bases are really good. These attackers are really good. But all it takes is one small mistake to cost you in a match.
Yeah, and especially Tournament 15 is really punishing. If things are going wrong, it's really quickly that they're going wrong really bad. But we have the next attack going, and we have, again, a really crazy, unique attack strategy. Really crazy, unique army composition. And I feel like what he's trying to achieve is trying to clear every single storage, every single collector in front of that town hall, and then going to use the sneaky goblins for the town hall. This is what I guess is going to happen just based on how the base is set up. Take a look at the army composition, and I think the setup looks really good for that.
Yeah, with this value that he can grab from the whole bottom side, town hall goes down, and then that just sets up a Lalo to go straight through the eagle. But Itsu, notice, where is the defensive spells? Only there's a rage near town hall. If that goes down, then really that rage won't really affect anything because they're ground expos around the town hall. It won't affect the like multi-target infernos or an eagle as you would lollo through.
Ooh, the haste actually boosts the troops inside. Oh wait, some of them went to the bottom side. That town was not going to go down, especially with the raged up bidders. Remember,
no.
bidders can be raged up, and I mean, this is not the time for CHASMAC. Things are going wrong, but the good thing for them, they have the 3-star lead in this match.
Yeah, they got a plenty of a lead here, so we can now drop the Stone Slammer. No, he switches up to a Blimp as the Lalo is coming in from that bottom side. Blimps go for the Town Hall. Icehound then goes to the far left side as the balloons look like they're all going to path to the Town Hall at this point.
Yes, everything passes to the to the Town Hall with the Blimp there as well going down. I mean, at the same time, securing the 2nd star now here is totally fine. For, like, obviously you would like to 3-star, but I mean, it should be pretty much done with the 2nd safe star. And take a look at that. There were a lot of red mines. I'm wondering what the red mines were for. Maybe a queen charge or something they were expecting around this area. But that was a really crazy red mine farm.
Yeah, but hey, you know, a 2-star, and they still have a healthy lead. This would put them to 11 with United Gaming GS only at 5. So no matter what, even at this, if United Gaming GS triple their next 2 attacks, they can only tie. So CHASMAC EA is looking fantastic in this match. No worries whatsoever for them. They can just 2-star their next attack even after this, or even just 1-star, and they will take it. So they are totally cool, but obviously you want to try to still get that 3-star. It just takes that 1 tile difference. If he drops Sneaky Goblins a little bit further right, then he would have got all of them to go for the Town Hall.
Yeah, the plan overall looked really, really good. And I think this is still, even though things were going wrong, a good showing for CHASMAC EA, because I feel like at this stage on Town 15, what kind of is showing based on the meta at the moment is that so many really unique surges are getting used. It's not anymore like on Town 14, where you're just playing Queen Judge Lalo because you can force it on every single base. It's more like really base dependent with their approaches, with sometimes super barbarians. Okay, a lot of times super barbarians, but otherwise sometimes Blimp, sometimes Lalo, sometimes Hawk Riders, Queen Chargers, Smash, Recall. Like, there's so many options right now you have in your tools, and seeing the pros using them is just really impressive.
Yeah, it's really impressive indeed. And a lot of times the biggest question I always get is, you know what, how can I get better at base identification? Well, it's just practice. You just have to practice many different attack strategies, and if you really practice one for a while, then that can help you identify how that attack strategy can work against a certain base, and then you work on another one. You just have to keep playing and try to push your way up through Legends, because you'll get so many different base designs and a lot of meta bases with like box bases and things like that. But as we're seeing Rahuda come in with the Skelly Donut, he's able to successfully remove that whole core there.
Yeah, Clan Castle gone, Eagle gone, and I think it was Bitter Hut as well close by. So a lot of value already from the start. But now the Queen is about... Well, actually, is she really about to take down the tunnel? Because I feel like it's again all about taking down the storages and then the sneaky goblins taking the tunnel.
With 1 invis and 10 sneakies now, this Queen ability can secure at least one of the storages. Will she be able to grab 2? So the sneaky goblins can go directly for this town hall here?
I think they should, if you angle them right, and if they don't go crazy as they just did with the other attack. But first off, the storage needs to go down, and the Queen is right now like, okay, I'm ignoring it all the way. The Warden is there. And remember now, we have a raged up Bitter Hut behind the tunnel. This is factor you should not forget. There's the sneaky goblins coming in. There's the invisibility. Is it going to be enough, even though the raged up bidders on that town hall? And it is indeed.
Yes, he was able to take that down. And here comes the Lalo now over to the left side with a Stone Slammer flying through. It's about to open up from that Grand Warden hitting. And the Lalo with the Warden is coming straight over this Queen.
Yes, the Royal Champion taking down the multi-inferno tower perfectly. The haste spell is coming in, but there's the tornado trap really defending the second multi-inferno tower, and the Royal Champion is not pathing towards that multi-inferno tower. Instead, the Rage Tower is going off, and 2 raged up round expos and the Monolith to face that cool little Royal Champion right there.
That Dragon Riot, though, on the top side was clutch, due getting so much value. That multi going down keeps freezing the Monolith, the Wizard Tower, and some Teslas to keep these balloons pushing through. And this gives as a little hope to United Gaming GS to say, hey, you know what? We can turn it around and we can start bringing 3 stars. Yeah, they're not going to be able to win this match, but they can start bringing more 3 stars in the elimination match, which will be coming later today. But unfortunately, they are going to be way too far out of this. Just a single 1 star is enough for CHASMAC EA. But can they keep that going into round 2? Because they still want to close off with a 3 anyways.
Yeah, I feel like closing off with a 3-star is maybe not needed for the match itself, but I feel like going forward with the momentum on your side, especially having to face a strong team like Inquisition in the next round, is always really important that you are on the highest possible level and mindset as well, since this is a really important thing to consider for those pro teams, since everything is so fast-paced that you really need a good mood in your team. And if you're finishing off with a lot of 3 stars, even though if it's not needed for the match, if I don't like 11 stars are needed, it's still a better mood if you finish with 14 stars.
Yeah, absolutely. You're trying to go for the 3 stars because these players that are attacking now at the very end, they've been planning this whole war, right? They get the most time to plan their attacks, while the people who go in at the very beginning, they get only a few minutes to be planning their attacks. So they've been planning for a while, and they still, no matter what attack you do, when you're playing Clash, you still want a 3, even if it's in Legends or in a war, and especially when it's a competition like this with prize money on the line. Granted, it won't have an outcome as long as he gets a percentage in a 1-star, as Hades is coming in with the Zap Lalo, and we're not seeing the super barbs being used here in this war.
That's alright, not too many super barbarians, or at least like the main troop combination of being super barbarians. In general, they're getting used quite a bit as supportive troop, funneling and everything around. But right now, what is he going to try with this one? Trying to go for the multi-inferno tower, but then again having a lot of sneaky goblins for later for that town hall. There's not that much damage on the queen, so she might even get the town hall, right?
Oh yes, just the Archer Tower. The Unicorn is healing up slowly as the King ability does go off, as he does find a Tesla farm early, which is going to be very nice. So his Lalo doesn't have to go through a Tesla farm, but again, looks like he's not sending a queen for well, the queen is not going to town hall because he's got sneaky goblins at least to secure that.
Yeah, I think he could have found her inside, but instead going for the sneaky goblins for the town hall now, especially when he has them in the armor composition anyways. There's the tornado trap, nicely triggered, so it shouldn't be any problem for sneaky goblins later on. And now there's another test sneaky goblin, making sure that they're going to connect. And there we go. There is the invisibility hitting the sneaky goblins, and the town hall is going down indeed.
Town hall secured. It gets at least that 1-star, which is enough for CHASMAC EA to claim victory. But he's going for the 3 as the Warden is down with the Lalo, flying through towards the Monolith and in towards the Eagle Artillery. He doesn't have any ground troops other than Headhunters to move that Lava Hound. So whenever he deploys them, the Hound will run through the core, because typically you want to use the Headhunters under the Warden to use the ability. And here they go, so they can run all the way across to that Queen, as there's a bunch of giant bombs towards that top side.
All of them are getting triggered and avoided. The Rage Tower with that multi-inferno tower, though, they're staying up, but they just keep getting frozen, making sure that they have no chance of fighting back. But now the Rage Tower is going off. The multi-inferno tower is getting boosted up.
Yeah.
Can they defend that? I mean, the inferno towers cannot go down anymore, cannot run out of shots anymore. And that's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage coming in. The Warden needs to help her secure the multi. Whoa, rip through those balloons. The Rage of multi did so much damage with a few more traps. and a wizard tower on the backside, Hades is gonna fall short. But 2 stars is enough. 1 star technically is all he needed, but he is not going to triple this one, which CHASMAC Gaming EA is going to finish at 13 stars, which is still a really great performance, which is what you're going to be needing to put up to have a chance to be winning matches like this.
Yes, and sometimes I really wish that there is an opportunity after an attack to see like which defense did how much damage, but this multi-fire tower did some crazy work, taking down, I don't know, like 20 loons or something on its own, really making sure that this defense is holding, but still it's going to be enough with 13 stars overall total. United Gaming Giants, they're up next with their last attack, and as we have said earlier, yes, it does not matter for the match itself anymore, like result-wise, but finishing off with a 3-star always feels better, especially if you just have to play another match in like 3 more matches to go then.
Yep, indeed, as there's not too many matches you have to win, technically, if you go from the upper bracket. But the moment you get pushed to the lower bracket, then your journey really begins. It is really difficult to lose the first match and then win out. It's because, especially when you make it to the grand finals, you need to win back-to-back matches because of a bracket reset. So let's see what United Gaming GS can do here, as we know they can't win, as he sends the Blim straight into the multi-target Inferno to help secure that, as he's going to come in with a Skelly Donut into the Lalo attack.
And the mortar shot once, trying to take down the eagle and everything. Another mortar shot is coming in. Is he going to get that eagle? Yes, he's getting that out as well. And the expo... No way. The builder huts. The builder huts are too strong. And they're not even... Wait, they are mixed. Never mind.
Yeah, the builder huts are able to keep that expo from going down, which is very nice when it comes to, let's say you were using a flame flinger, but you're not. No flame flinger in this attack because he already used that blimp for the multi. So as his heroes are going to be coming from the top side, Ice Golem move in front of this queen. There might be a spring trap as this Ice Golem runs past this section. No, so the Ice Golem can make it a little bit deeper and then freeze that scatter shot.
Looking right, running into that town hall, really nicely taking that out, but everything is now inside that town hall poison. I think he wanted to have the Royal Champ going for the multi-fire tower. Right now it's getting tricky. Can he get that? Oh, there's a lot of red mines, which that Phoenix just triggered, and the multi-fire tower is just barely going down.
Yeah, but the problem is the defensive rage spell right in the core, that is not going down, and that's going to be able to come back and rage this whole section up as the Lalo is pushing its way to the right with the Warden assistance. And we've got Lava Hound, we got Headhunters all running through. Get ready for the Warden ability to protect. Look at this, protects balloons, protects the Lava Hound, and protects the Headhunters going for that queen.
Yes, everything going for that queen. The queen is down. And now a huge loon wall is just approaching the last couple of defenses. He has 2 more freezes and the haze spell. Can he power this through? 5 more reinforcement loons, which he can use for those wizard towers. And he can use the giant to tank. And that's exactly what he does.
As the balloons are pathing their way through a Tesla farm, we got 2 freezes still to keep these balloons alive. There it is, a perfectly used freeze on the Archer Tower, a Tesla, and an air defense. He can use it again, and he gets the other Archer Tower, and there you go. It does indeed work. The brilliant Warden ability to push his way through, but the nice thing was the defensive spells were not there during the Lalo portion. They were taken out early, and they were not in range of raging up all the rest of those defenses. So United Gaming GS, at least they finished with the 11 stars. So they turned it around. They did get a 1 star, but CHASMAC Gaming EA are going to be victorious this one.